stranger that is within thy gates. And I said, look, if somebody's going to come and visit me, I'm going to let you know. Sabbath, we going to church. And if you can't abide, then it's best you don't come. You come during the week. Don't come on Sabbath. Because the Lord leave a command. He said, even the strangers that is within thy gates.
How about rental property?
That's an interesting one. That's an interesting one. That's why if we are, what about rental properties? That is why I believe, you see, that is why when we have things like those, I don't know, it might sound, people might say it's selfish, but we are to cater to those that are of like mind, of the faith. Because, there's a part in the Bible that tells you that you can't put pearls before swine, What is God? We are to treat it differently. Whatever we have, we are to treat it differently. We are to respect what the Lord has given unto us. And we can't just, one thing we must do, because Jesus never turned away anyone. He always helped those that are in need. But we have to know, we have to be wise as serpent, harmless as dove. Yes. And that's the thing about God, Jesus. He was so merciful, so loving, and so gentle to those who were, he didn't say to the, he didn't tell look at the Samaritan woman and all the others that come to him. He didn't be like, yeah, get away from me. No. God is so merciful, he brings them in. And when they see the love of Jesus, they change. Jesus didn't force change on them. It's based upon how he was with them, how he dealt with them. They changed. The woman at the well, how did she accept Christ? He didn't force. He just tell her the truth. And he tell it to her in love. And a whole city was changed because of that. So our daily life, the Christian experience is a lifestyle. It's how you live. It's a lifestyle. It's not what you say. It's how you live. Now, moving on. Here are they. Number 3. How are these saints of God distinguished from the rest of the world? It brings us back to Revelation 14:12. I'll read that. Revelation 14:12. And we're going to contrast with verse 9. So first we're going to read verse 14. How are these saints of God distinguished from the rest of the world? It says, verse 12, it says, here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. Now it says, contrast with verse 9. Verse 9 said, and the third angel following them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and the image, and receive his mark in their forehead or in their hand. What a difference. The patience of the saints, and then there are those who receive the mark. Now, I would say we want to be the patience of the saints. We don't want to receive the mark of the beast. Oh, no. I don't know if anybody has ever done this. You ever think about the fact? I thought about it. I remember once I was in Georgia and I was laying on my bed. And I was just thinking, what if I get lost? What if I'm lost? And it feels as if I couldn't breathe. I have to get up off the bed, and I was hyperventilating because it feels like, oh my goodness, all my support has cut off. And I'm like, I just start to plead to the Lord, have mercy, Lord. I don't want to be in that condition, because sometimes I think we don't think about these things. We just think that, yeah, everything is going to be fine, But what if? These things we are to contemplate, and these things, think about it. Do we want to be lost? I don't. Go ahead, Sister Maggie. Yes. And why? And so funny, the Bible is so true. What is in the past is in the present. Now, Eli's sons, and even Samuel's sons. Can you imagine? Not only that, and the first high priest, earthly high priest, Aaron's sons. Can you imagine? They always says, the preacher's kid is the worst kid, and the teacher's kid is the worst kid. And you know what? It always